Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today we are checking out Nara Thai. Thank you so very much for hosting us here with some amazing food. But I'm not here alone. I'm here to speak to the one and only Dalreen. Dalreen is known for some amazing songs. If you have not heard one of those signature tunes that will always be attached to her name is Tiki 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 Sina.
Oh, nice.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Couldn't be better.
So, Dalreen, you have been in the scene for so long, but there's something about you, over the fact that there is an identity that you have created with your look, with your attire, that has stayed on for generations.
Years.
When did it start? When did you want to create this look?
When I first got professional, that was when I was about 16, 17, I went professional. Before
Right.
that, I used to work at school concerts and all those
Right.
type of things. But still then, I always insisted I wore black
Oh,
for my shows.
right, okay.
For one thing,
Day or night?
day or night. Can you see in the day also I'm in black? And it's also dirt proof. You can change it around, no
Yeah.
one knows what's the difference. And that has been, and then these bangles and these all head scarves and all sorts
Right.
of nonsense. Because you got
Came
to
about.
dress every day, you know?
Correct.
So every day you have to look for something new.
Yeah. So that was the challenge and a solution both at the same
Yes,
time.
yes.
Okay, so when this look that you created, was it something that people were not for, or were they for it, especially at the time in the 70s? And
I went on a tour to Dubai
Right.
and I saw all these ladies wearing all this headgear and I thought that's something nice. And of course I came back to Sri Lanka and people kept asking me, when did you become a Muslim? So I said, only Muslims don't wear this. And I said,
and you
I
didn't
like
have
it.
to also do your hair then?
That is true. But I had so many wigs. They used to call me Shah. Especially when I went to Vietnam.
Right.
And with all these wigs and I came on stage, they used to say Shah is here with us.
So let's go back in time. Darren, you were one of the first photographed models who came on a black and white newspaper.
Yes, what one? Was that the one for jewelry?
Long years ago.
Yeah.
You're one of the first. How was it? Like, back in the days, the newspapers used to actually write the colors of the outfits. And later on,
right.
and they used to draw the advertisements.
Yeah.
But I think with you, they started
Oh, yes.
like photography.
I did so many adverts.
Yeah.
You name it, I did it. Mainly for face
Right.
products.
Right.
And
So this modeling, singing, TV, all of this was just very merged together, right?
Yes,
Entertainers were seen as entertainers for everything.
yes.
Yeah.
But my school never liked me singing.
Oh, what's the school?
Good Shepherd Convent.
Oh, my mother's school. My mother's in there.
Really?
Yeah, Kotena girls.
Yeah, Kotena
yeah.
girls. They said the best talent came from there.
Kotena.
Your sister has great talent too.
She just went there for 3 months. 3 or 4 months, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. But tell me about your time when you were modeling.
I used to model for a lot for Kirti
Okay.
and now you don't Mangala.
Right.
I did a lot of his bridal,
Right.
Paris, and although I never dressed as a bride,
Right.
but I modeled
As a bride.
as a bride, and so that was fun.
How busy was your schedule back in the days at your peak?
It was very, very busy.
How would your typical day be?
I get up in the morning, open my eyes, now have this show, what shall I wear? The question is what to wear.
Right.
And but to be frank with you, Danu, my schedule till this COVID came about was hectic.
Right.
I should do a lot of shows going abroad and come back and see. And after this
Wave.
hit our country, I took a back seat.
Right.
Right. Then my husband got sick, then I took a further back seat. And because he gave me the freedom to go wherever I wanted to go
Because there is also a huge international following, that is the Sri Lankans who are living there, who still appreciate the music that you all have provided.
I know. And you know how I know that I have a big following abroad as well? Because when everyone said I was dead.
I needed to talk about that, was my next segment.
And they put it on Facebook that not only me, my husband and me both died of COVID. Okay, this is after Sunil's death. Right, we had nothing like that. Because my daughter slandered everybody on Facebook.
Yeah.
She said, don't, my mother and father are still alive. And after we spoke about that, my husband got sick.
But we need to talk more about it, because that really did sort of affect you in so many ways. And one we will, but we do come back after the break. But I have to say a big thank you to our friends here at Nara Thai. The food is delicious. I can't just wait to dig in. We'll see you on the other side. Do stick around. Show, it's Danu on Fire, and we're speaking to Dalreen. Now we've got such a spread here. I'm telling you, they've just outdone themselves. I'm coming to shoot at Nara Thai every week because the food seems to be really good. It's just getting better by the minute. See, Dalreen has already started. I just told her, just go for it. So Dalreen, before we get into the topic that we were going to talk about, you seem to be still getting all these messages and mails on your inbox.
Yes.
All the young ones are writing to you.
Quite a few young ones, and I'm surprised. Then my sister says, maybe they love older women.
Do they say naughty things to you?
Not really naughty, but they admire me. That's what I admire about them.
But that's naughty things, kinky things.
Not really.
Annie.
Not really. Not really.
Playing all innocent now. You should have heard the conversation during the break. So Dalreen, so you were told that you were dead.
Yes.
So when was this?
This was last year, October.
Who told you that you were dead? Who spread the rumor? Do you know?
I know.
Oh.
Of course I know.
Oh.
I know who spread the rumor, and but one thing nice about it, I read all my obituary notices.
That's a very rare opportunity.
Very rare. Everyone says, you got something rare in your life.
That is true.
You know who your friends are, and but it hurt me also.
So this everyone believed it, that you all have.
Really, everybody called me. They have been called from people abroad asking. All the musicians were called from many countries.
Saying that you had passed.
Yeah,
and your husband as well.
Is it true? My sister had fainted.
Oh, she was.
She is in Australia.
Yeah.
And then she has told her daughter, why hasn't anybody told me? Must I read it on this? So to see that it was all fake. Danu, there were posters at Kanata Cemetery.
There were posters?
There were posters that my funeral was there. 2 days time or something. I had the photographs, I have saved it. Everything I saved all the messages.
And so is it somebody from the industry who sort of...
It is from the industry. That is why, Danu, I told myself, I don't want to be around people like this.
Oh.
I don't want to be honest. How can I meet you at a show knowing that you have done this to me.
Correct.
And I'm not a fake person. I can't look at you and fake that I like you and this thing and behind my back hit me.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody took it seriously because it was after Sunil's death.
And also there was, Desmond also passed away, and
That was a little later.
Yeah.
And they all asked me to come for Desmond's show. I said, I admire Desmond. I sang with him. I started my career with him, Desmond and Maxie. And it hurt a lot. But I didn't break down. People wanted me to just break it.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
But you were really busy even during the time just before COVID. You had such a packed calendar.
Yes.
You were flying from Aussie to London
yeah.
and how is the feedback there when you fly? Because you know here there are lots of musicians who have come about and created a name, but in those countries we still have people from your era performing and rocking the nights away, and they can never get enough of it.
Because the new people, they're here today and gone tomorrow. They don't sustain it. And I have got fans from 10 years upwards maybe, to about 80. The best part is, Danu, when I go somewhere and then these ladies come, ancient. I'm also ancient, but this is ancient.
Beyond ancient.
Right? And I go into the toilet and I can hear them say, look at her, man. She's past 80.
She's still singing.
She's still singing. And, you know, very catty.
Yeah.
They don't say, thank God she's able to do that.
No, not everyone is going to be that way.
No,
Dalreen, you need to understand. But I want to ask you now, you have had such an interesting life. You have performed even at an army camp.
Yes, the American.
And the soldiers really did give you a standing ovation.
Yes, I know.
All types of standing. It was salute in every way.
But the best part is when I met with an accident there, they had to give me a transfusion. None of their blood agreed with me. I had to get my Sri Lankan band boy to give me.
Really? But tell me, now, in this day and age when you were the dream girl in everyone's mind, how many?
Still a dream
I'm sure,
girl in some people's mind.
That is true. Tell me about, have you had like a very scandalous relationship?
I wouldn't say scandalous, you mean open?
Yeah.
Not open.
Everything. Oh no, not open, but just like you would have had so many people. How did you choose?
I'm rather selective. But no, not these scandalous ones. No way.
But I'll never forget Dalreen's show on TV at that time. What was it called? The music chart show?
Music Unlimited.
I also, when I was young, I used to imitate you. Oh, welcome to Music Unlimited. I'm Dalreen.
Was that?
So, and then it's like, oh, let's go into Lionel Richie. Hello.
Running with the night.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll never forget such good times. We're getting into a break because it's time that we sort of dig into the food here at Narathai. So we're going to come back with more of these amazing stories. Do stick around. This is Danu. Great custarding moment. Thank you. Our friends at Narathai here down Duplication Road. You can come check out some amazing food. Now I'm speaking to Dalreen. Now she has sung in all parts of the world and she still has a running contract in Germany.
Really, I came up to #2 in the German charts.
Wow.
With the song Als der neue Tag begann.
What?
When a new day begins.
Thanks. You could have just said that to me in English.
And I came back to Sri Lanka. He said, my agent told me, I'm sending you back to Sri Lanka because I understand your father is very sick. Came back, and my husband took my passport and took everything and didn't send me back.
You were a prisoner to love.
Didn't send me back. So I never went back because he said, you let me down so badly. They spent on me so much on clothes and
and you had like music videos running and everything.
Everything.
Were you able to find them online, the music videos?
Those days, yes. Even the ones that I brought down are in a very bad condition. But to date, he is in contact with me, and he says, come back, come back. Considering some of the women here, you still look good. And he never called me Dalreen. He used to always call me darling. So
you are Dalreen or Dalreen?
I'm Dalreen. I can't stand that name, Dalreen.
Yes.
I don't mind darling.
but not no. Dalreen.
Dalreen, no way, no way.
So as a Kottayana girl, so you had a very Catholic upbringing.
Yes.
And how was it when you broke into this industry? Because you were quite exposed at a very young age.
Yeah, my mother was a singer.
Oh, okay.
Your mother must be knowing my mother.
Oh, really?
The Kelat sisters.
Must be.
Yeah. And they were called the Andrew sisters of Sri Lanka.
Right.
Okay. And whenever she ended up doing her own shows. And then when anyone didn't come, I was ready to take anybody's part, be it a dance or anything. And she featured me on many shows, of her shows, which my school didn't like.
Yeah.
At that time, they did.
Convent, no, you can't be
They
like
didn't
seen
like.
on stage.
Yes, yes, yes. And in these Hawaiian skirts.
You can't be showing anything. But you tell me, during this timeline, did you have like someone who just hated you? Like, oh, I just don't like
Danu, everybody in the music scene hated me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Up to date, I have certain people right down the line who just disliked me for nothing.
But at that time, because you were in your peak and there would have been others coming up as well,
yes.
there's always going to be two people who are like neck on. Was there somebody who was always running?
No, I remember this girl, Sandra Edema.
Right.
I admired her.
Right.
Because she had come from London and with Nimal Mendes. And Nimal Mendes got me to sing some of his songs. And so I was telling you, when I was in Kandy one day, I was having lunch with some friends. There was a group of foreign tourists who were sitting at the next table and they were looking and looking and looking at me. So, no, I don't know. I didn't know from where they are.
Yeah.
Then suddenly the waiter comes and says that the table wants me to talk to them. So I went. Then he says that people are saying that you are a singer. Can we go to the hall, to the main hall? I'll play the piano. And can you sing something? I want to see your pitching.
And this was in which year?
This was in 1970. 70. Then I said, why do you need me to sing at this thing? You come, I'm singing tonight here in the hotel.
Why do you have to go and perform with him? You were the star.
And my God, he says, I get a lot of people who saying, I will give you a contract and I will take you. You get a lot of stories.
I'll give you the house and I'll give you the work. Yeah.
So I said, no, you go back to Germany, think about it, send me some tracks, I'll voice it, I'll send it back to you. He said, this is the voice that he's looking for. Somebody who can cry and sing.
Cry and sing?
Not even a month, I got a contract from the Enhancer Studios in Germany. And I recorded next to the Berlin Wall. I could see while I was singing, I was looking at the wall. And he said, okay, are you ready to sign a contract? I didn't ask my husband at that time. I did it on my own. I recorded 3 albums. 2 in German, 1 in English. Album means the CD.
Right.
Yeah, 1. And my God, that took off. Because I had a certain accent apparently. German Sinhalese accent.
And it worked. Yeah.
And they dressed me beautifully. Makeup.
And the works.
The works.
Now you tell me, in this height of all this publicity and everything, I'm sure a lot of people would have approached you with all these magic. Oh, Dalreen, marry me, I'll give you all of this.
Yes. Yeah. I never trusted anybody.
Ay,
You know what? When in fact, I did a new song recently. Piriminge, Chatukata, Hitamata, Gotanakata, Gyanuapiva, Ravatan Hita. Nice.
Yeah, මේ කට්ටිය ඔක්කොම රවටන කට්ටිය තමයි මෙතන ඉන්නේ ඔක්කොම.
පණ දෙන්නම් මගේ රන්කන්ත පෙම්.
දැක්කද?
මැරෙනවා මං ඔබ මට නැතිනම් මායම්පා කියනවා ගොතා. This is like the history of all the men in my life.
Amazing. Well, she has taken a bit of a backseat for now in music, but she's going to come back in full swing. Watch out, because we'll be featuring hopefully the new thing that she's going to do. Thank you, Dalreen, for coming. I can talk to you for hours. You're always a lot of fun and a lot of information.
But I want you to be a part of my show too.
Let's sing it. Tikki 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 liya. I will do the fast version of it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Dalreen, for being here.
Thank you, Danu.
Absolutely.
I've always admired you.
Thank you. And by the way, you need to get somebody to delete some of your Facebook accounts. There are like 10.
What can I do?
I think you have created all 10.
No, not me, not me.
When I can't. Dalreen, there are like 10.
I can't handle one.
Right, so that's a problem. Well, on that note, we need to wrap things up. Thank you so very much for joining us today on Danu on Fire. And thank you to our friends here at Narathai for hosting us. We will see you soon. Until then, keep smiling and surrounding.